Hello and welcome back to the Teh Tarik Hour. As always, it's me, Azreen
Ah Kit,
and the slogan.
I'm not Chinese.
I'm not Malay.
We are Malaysian.
For this episode, basically, is it?
Not for this episode, especially for this period GE15
Why to maintain that we are
One
one
Malaysian, we have a union.
Satu Malaysia. There was a long time ago, what, the Satu Malaysia, isn't it? It's almost Najib's idea, isn't it?
It's a Najib idea, but for Malaysian, of course, we have to unions
You you really support
One
your Najib,
Malaysia, one
really-
Malaysia. It's something is like we are all staying living in one roof. It's one Malaysia. Yeah, I think the concept is good, but the person who I create maybe
The person who create is a problematic.
is some problem.
Well, you're back here with this episode. On this episode, it is part 2 of our GE talk, General Election talk. But this time, it's we are talking more about, from our perspective, about other candidates. Namely, what if me, myself, Azreen and Ah Kit, if we were to run for becoming Prime Minister, is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? But let us first give you all a recap of what happened in the previous thing. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. So, last we left, we put there Anwar and Sabri as the two people we believe can become PM. Muhyiddin is the one we think cannot be PM. Najib is should not be candidate. He cannot be candidate lah because already in jail, right?
Najib.
Why you so regret is it?
Got Najib picture ah? No Najib picture.
Got there. There he eat the super ring there.
Oh, spring. Oh,
His most famous thing, you know. And then of course my favorite, Dr. Mahathir, with us saying that he should go to jail. Whether or not he'll go to jail, impossible lah. Never gonna happen, right?
Never lah. But 94 years old.
97 lah.
97.
97 lah,
Always
bro.
thought him is 94. You know,
Why you maintain him forever 94?
no, 97. If let's say he's selected be a PM, do you think is a 100 years old man can be a PM? What's the scenario? It's the oldest in the world, a Guinness record. The PM is it?
I think, yeah, he will be the oldest PM in the world for sure. But if there's anyone who can become a PM at 100 years old, it's definitely only Mahathir lah. He is the only person so stubborn to become Prime Minister lah.
Power lah.
Alright, but that is the previous episode. If you want the full recap of that, you can watch it with the link below. Check the part 1. Like, subscribe, everything.
Like our channel and subscribe our channel.
But today we are talking a few more people. Namely, it's we will talk about me and you particularly. We have other people there, but we're not gonna talk about the rest of the people down here. It's mostly about
I thought we talk about Azreen first lah.
Azreenism.
Azreenism.
Okay, so apparently it's me first. Now, here's the thing. I did not prepare so much about this because you know what? I want to free flow, man. I free flow guy, you know. Compared to Akit really he prepare his notes, everything, man.
I know to say well prepared lah. I just drop down the important.
If we are student, Akit actually study and I never
I'm
study.
not study. If let's say I'm
At least he
studying,
prepare. I never prepare one.
prepare.
So that's a good first indication of how I am as a leader, as a PM. But okay, Azreenism.
Azreenism.
So basically, what would I do? What are my manifestos if I were to become Prime Minister? Now, contrary to popular belief, I will not be giving super funny ideas. My ideas will be very, very, I don't know, reformative in a sense, because I think we mentioned it before. One thing first I want to reform is our police system, because I think our current police system is not working for the people; it's working for people in power only. So, first thing I want to do is not abolish police lah. I think reforming the police by not only just
more inform more efficient and more what you call that more efficient and more independence. It's not controls, it's not the power controlled by the government.
I want it to be more a social thing, like firefighter.
Firefighter,
In
okay.
that mentality, it is supposed to help the people, and our spending on it should not be at the sake of protecting just the rich people. It should be really helping as much as we can in terms of like maintaining peace.
You mean it's not served but for the rich people, it's served for the public.
Yes, it's supposed to be served for the public, but right now, do you think the police serve for the people or for the for the public or for the private people?
One thing is they are all is a government servant. The government servant, because the pay is low, which means is the rich people I can get more. I mean maybe they have a side income. Oh, this is side income.
Side income.
Side income from the rich people, and then maybe they protect the rich people is more than the normal people. I think if let's say for this kind of scenario or situations, I think governments or have to give more pay for the police and or the firefighter. They'll make them to serve to to the public, because all the money, our money is go to the government, but the government is not split the money
Properly to the
the
people.
police and the firefighter or the servants because the money is go to whose pocket. This one I know.
You know lah, you know lah,
You know lah.
you know lah. We don't need to say anymore. We know lah. But in essence, that's the whole idea. I want to reform the police in the fact that they should not be a tool for the powerful people to use against the rakyat lah. So right now, it's all the case is like a demonstration, police quick to act, quick to attack. But when it comes to something like, I don't know, like you read the news the other day, some guy, the Deepavali artwork, some guy, Malay guy just destroyed the artwork one. It took social media in order for the police to actually move and then actually apprehend the person. But then when it comes to something like Hadi Awang saying terrible things, disrupting social harmony, police relax one, never so fast. So it's the people like the considered elite in the power, and then they're not really quick to respond lah when people actually need help, something like that.
Yeah, this is efficiencies this is hard to
not easy to reform lah, actually.
yeah, it's not easy to reform lah. This have the time lah.
But one thing I feel like will help in terms of reforming police is more diversity in the police force. I think I don't know lah. I don't know the actual statistic for this, but overwhelmingly I see most of the time police are Malay, right?
Yes.
I to be honest, I rarely see Chinese police in the higher level.
The highest level, the police higher level. I mean in Bukit Aman, a lot of Chinese, but the police now
The working people is.
I mean, there are not many young people to want to be a police. I mean, Chinese group people.
Maybe it's because my personal experience lah. I won't say too much in terms of like what's the hierarchy, what's the formation is in the Bukit Aman right now, but
I think old days the Chinese Chinese peoples lah, they are go for the police, but current for youngster my age lah, but for youngest peoples they are still go for the police.
Really, a lot of young people still want to become police. Even if they're Chinese or Indian or Malay, they still feel there's a good system to work in the police. Is it?
I really cannot tell, but I can see some youngster got for Chinese populations especially nowadays you can see the police they can speak Mandarin. Last time I see the Indians, they speak Mandarin to me. I was so shocked because how come the police in Malaysia can speak Mandarin?
I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it? That's a good thing that they know this culture, right?
Mandarin is quite nowadays. A lot of them, even is Malay or Indians, they can speak very well in Malay.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Wait, I want to adjust your mic a bit so that your face come out lah. Later people say cannot see your face anymore. One. But try to. Yeah. Can. Alright. Long as can. Angle, nice. Can see Ah Kit punya wonderful face. Try to say something. I want to see your level is still
Hello.
okay.
Hi.
Need closer a bit lah.
Boleh lah.
Boleh lah. Okay, so yes, I think that's interesting you say that other like Chinese and Indians still want to become police, and also the fact that they are learning other culture in order to better serve the people lah. I think one of the key things that you need to understand is that, you know, when you work as a police, it's best to have someone from that area to become the police lah, you know.
Education actually is very play very important issues for the youngster to become a police also. In school
But again, I think it's also the culture of the police one. If your culture of the police is like under table culture, then not really how also you will still be the same one.
we have to make our police more
Transparent,
efficient, transparent. Not say we under table, then we can do the police or one thing.
You think can or not this thing?
No, like I think the revolutions is we have to slowly lah, the step go by step lah. It's not one day we can reach the level.
Of course lah, it's impossible to change everything in one day lah. But in the idea is right now the people view police is something we fear. Why is it like that? Surely something is wrong there, that the first thing we think about police is we are afraid of them. Like you go the highway and then the police check and then you are afraid. Why should you be afraid?
You're afraid police because you have did something wrong. You not when you speeding, okay, of course you scared the police the traffic police because it kena saman ma 300 ringgit lah. 200 or 300 I don't know lah.
So you just say me your crime, is it?
It's a crime lah.
I mean, a lot of times it's just like whenever there's a roadblock, you just think, terrible things gonna happen again. Like dealing with the police doesn't always seems like a bad experience for everyone. I rarely hear people say, "Oh, I have a wonderful experience with the police one."
But seriously, I also got some good experience with the police also. If one day I not wear my seatbelt lah, then I come out from the college from the college and from the universities. Then the police stop me. Then I ask, I'm just a student. I'm from this college and universities. Then I not have enough money pay for the summons. The police is let me go. So I feel like police is one. Not really is all the police is very bad. It's depend on the people also, because some people is bad, some police is bad.
But you are saying like not all bad apple ma. Only one few spoil the thing. But the thing is, when you still within the system of the police,
only the system, our Malaysia system is corrupt lah. Because we have corruption.
I mean, okay lah. That's the problem.
Yeah, the problem is who make. You can see on our the screen who should go to jail.
Let me show you who is that guy who should go to jail. who made the thing already. But that is that. So that is my first manifesto to change the police system. Second manifesto, and this is the one I keep always say is to me is Monday is bikini day.
Oh.
But I don't believe in that lah. There is forcing people more. But it's a good jumping point to something that I also more support, which is make sex work or prostitution not illegal anymore. This is my other manifesto.
This is a protection for ladies.
Yes, protect the women. Because a lot of times the women who work in this field are not like being forced to it. A lot of them also want to work as a sex worker, which is nothing wrong with them.
Earn for living.
It's a way to live lah. Okay, so for me, I think it's wrong to prosecute them just because they do work in sex. That's I think it's not right lah. So yes, my second biggest manifesto, sex work. Yeah,
Okay.
this is my two thing. And the other thing, and this is the one actually I don't know can lepas or not lah. This is a bit scary. For politicians, if you do 2 terms, you must die after the second term.
I not saying die lah, cannot be means elect as PM whoever the important positions lah.
And this is goes for everything from prime minister to the state people, state assembly people. So let's say you are the parliamentary seat person. Okay, you are Najib. Your seat is the what, the Pekan Batu, whatever his place are. If you serve 2 terms already, no more. If you try to go for third term, shoot you down. Shoot and kill. Shoot to kill.
I think don't too hardcore for
Okay
it.
lah, maybe not kill lah.
Don't
Just
kill lah. Don't cannot be do the elections lah. But for people who are attempt for two terms, or they are more than enough lah. It's like the system like US they cannot be 2 terms of this
no, but that's for presidency lah.
or for others also MP.
The state assembly people, they can how many times they want as long as they win the vote mah. I want is for everything, you know. Like not more than 2 terms.
Not say everything. We are not enough talent. What? Malaysia not enough talent. How?
How we can have enough talent when
You get the new blood come back.
that's the thing. I want
Get back the talents come back to Malaysia.
that would force people to have to build up new people, isn't it? When you force to have 2 terms, that means you need to prepare your next generation for sure, instead of being the same person over and over again. Because the problem I always see with politics is it's just the same people over and over again, man.
It's Obert ma. Obert.
Yeah lah, what Obert must die one. Obert. I don't want to see Najib face again. I don't want to see Mahathir face. He is still running for his Langkawi state, man. He should just retire lah.
So who you want to become? I mean, the young blood.
I even will be willing to accept Sheikh Sadiq. At least give a new face lah.
Kyrie.
Kyrie
Kyrie also young ma, 60 something.
60 considered young,
60 something lead the country. Quite reasonable. What?
I think what the other thing I want to do is, and this is a copy of someone else's idea, is to have if say you don't like, let's say lah, Langkawi Mahathir make policy and people and someone from the other state don't like, let's say Anwar don't like Mahathir's policy they need to fight in the UFC ring to see the winner, to determine winner. Like actually tomorrow. A lot of my ideas is very ganas one.
Yeah. For me if less.
Wait, no, don't give yours ideas yet. I still have one more thing, you know.
What thing?
Of course, the most important is I want to promote more socialism idea lah in our government. That means providing more social safety nets for the working class. This is a serious thing lah. If I were to really do the manifesto there, for me, I think providing like free education, free healthcare, these two, and affordable housing, these 3 things I think will be the main important in my prime minister term law. I will try to build as much
Free education, free food,
not say free food, subsidized. At least for the working class people, you can afford these things.
And then the medical,
Free medical. So that, if you want to get better health, of course you can have the opportunity to pay for more lah. But things like, going to the hospital should not end up with you having to decide between the ultra expensive or wait forever in the public hospital.
We cannot free lah. For the reality lah, we cannot free everything. But for education wise, we can.
You don't think we have enough to support people to make it free education and free medical? Is it?
I don't have any idea. But where got such free lunch in Malaysia?
Why do you think we have that mentality leh?
I mean, at least pay one ringgit or 5 ringgit like that.
But we can afford a lot of things like this, you know. If we can afford to give 1 billion in one MDB, why can't we afford to give people healthcare and education? 1 billion leh, 1 billion ringgit leh. That is a huge amount of money that can support a lot of things. Don't say 1 MDB lah. The LCS ship, how many billion there? You don't think that money can be used for education or healthcare or what? Instead of building how many ships that never finish? 10 years 10 years the ship never finish. Oh, where the money go?
TRX? Go for TRX?
TRX some more. Another tall building for no reason. We have all this money but we don't use it for the people. So
Got it.
that's the my actual thing lah. Socialism in Malaysia. Communism. No, not communism lah. Not China lah. Social welfare. Like Vienna, Austria, they have affordable housing built by the government.
We have a housing for Malaysians. The one called not one MD,
one rumah, like
one rumah.
yeah,
Something.
but
that one is below the market price.
yeah, but it's also very limited in terms of like affordability, in terms of like who can afford it
Yeah,
and
for,
where the
for
location.
money income, they have a restriction for money income lah.
Because the thing is, when we talk about housing, people always fight back because housing is a way for us to achieve financial freedom. Because housing is an investment.
Let's say we can rent the house and rent the room from governments, and we can get a cheap accommodation. Then it's quite good also ma.
Yeah, but then people will say, then we cannot cari makan like
Then
that, right?
actually the other things I want to add in is the transport cities. Transport, actually Malaysia transport, the public transport is quite expensive. If let's say we take a train from A point to B point, 5 ringgit, and then not convenient at all. So the one way, the two trips cost you 10 ringgit. Then some people is I rather take a car or I drive a car, more better and more convenient. Yeah, the transport cities, every time we are talking public transport, emphasize in public transport, because the public transport seriously is very expensive and not convenient.
Yeah, but okay, let's think about that, right? You say transport is expensive and everything, but when you have a car and you have public transportation,
At least government can want to do something to lower the public transport. It's not so expensive. Then the people can choose. Oh, I drive a car, it's expensive. Then I can choose the public transport. I can take MRT.
I mean, that's we
Subsidize
the public transport lah.
Because the public transport, I think not the fully controlled by government. It's the public sector,
private sector.
private sector.
Okay, wait. Are we jumping into your manifesto already?
Sorry. Something like
Ah Kit is already excited to share his idea to become prime minister already.
no lah, the cost ma.
That is a good thing also. I would support public transportation, but again, I'm thinking more on the basic level of providing people the things that they need first, which is, shelter, healthcare, and then food. So in terms of that, all that, okay, so my manifesto is change police, sex work, politician, limited term, and then socialist idea. Okay, under those things, if I was running for PM, where would I end up? Can I be PM? I cannot be PM. I should not be candidate. Go to jail. Where would Azreen be?
And be PM.
Can
I support you.
Wow. I support myself for sure lah. But let's think first lah. If you are the average Malaysian, you think all this is kind of
This is basic for every Malaysians. I think it's a basic things for all the Malaysian. Food, medical, and then education. This is a very important thing for Malaysia or the humans.
But here's something that might go against me because I am not prioritizing Malay rights or Malay reserve kind of thing lah. So maybe that could go against me in terms of like, oh, this guy not really supporting the Malay race lah.
Actually, our thinking also almost the same.
Of
Right.
course, we are very same one. That's why we have a podcast together. What? That's why we are here. We are thinking like that, ma. If I'm being honest, I probably cannot be PM lah because my idea is too radical lah. I feel like a lot of the things that I would suggest is too radical for people to accept lah.
I think race and okay, because the politicians the the people who use the race to try to split out all the race, then we are not in unions lah. If let's say we are the rakyat is unions then it's different. Then we can do something for our own selves. So that's why the politician is so scared of a rakyat union.
They
Try to split out our
I mean, that's always been the tactic, right?
it's a
to
tactic. The
divide and conquer.
Yes.
What is his name? Art of War. What is his name? Forget already. Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu
Art of War. This is how you win the war. Divide and conquer.
Divide because the Chinese say the one chopstick is easy to patah. 10 chopstick not easy to patah.
Exactly. So we Malaysian are chopstick.
Chopstick or toothpaste. Toothpick.
Too small tin. Hey, that can be our merchandise. We are chopsticks.
Chopstick.
So exactly, that is a smart way of a lot of politicians here like to do, to divide and then to conquer. Which is why I feel like with people still believing in race thing, that's why I feel like it's not easy for me to.
Now youngster, I don't think they are very racist. Youngster, especially youngster. I think old generation, old generation is still saying, we are different colors or what. But now youngster, we are do the same educations. We eat the same nasi lemak. All the thing is same. We are Malaysian. We are not Chinese. We are not Chinese. Seriously, we are Malaysians. We eat nasi lemak from day one. I eat nasi lemak until today.
But you don't think like that kind of thinking, people still have the feel like, okay, we are not Chinese, we are just Malaysian. But then people will say, oh, you lose your culture of who you are as a race.
Okay, this piece of land is grow me up. But we have something different. Of course, it's the culture. But we have a thing the same also. The same thing is we eat nasi lemak summer, but we eat the other things like bak kut teh.
What to say bak kut teh is it?
This is our Chinese thing. It's same like Malay. Malay also same. We have their own. We eat nasi lemak and eat the other thing also.
Like satay kajang.
We actually we have a slightly different because we are from different
we have different culture,
different cultures, but we have a same because we live in the same lane.
I mean, we have some common thing we can share together.
So the school time we also study in the government school, the sekolah menengah or whatever.
Yeah, but nowadays is a lot of people like Chinese like to send to Chinese school, and then like
this is make the difference law.
That's why when you put free education, you have no choice but to send to a school that encompass everyone, So like whether you're rich or poor or what, everyone gets to be together and then learn each other punya culture lah. To be with different people. Unless unlike today lah, where if you're in Chinese school, maybe it's all private Chinese school, it's all rich Chinese only then that is your only group.
So this is one of my ideas also lah. If let's say I'm become the leaders lah.
Wait. So we are confirmed, we put there. Me is can be PM, really. Can be PM.
Not me only saying,
You feel like the people will support this one. Wow, you put me as same as Anwar,
Start with A also.
Oh yeah lah, cibai you.
Azreen,
you also are kid.
We are A group of people,
Die lah. Okay. So decidedly, apparently, I can be PM like that. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Prime Minister Ah Kit, what is your manifesto? Prime Minister candidate, give us your ideas.
My ideas. Okay, I also same with Azreen just now. I mentioned, uh, we have a no color borders lah.
No color borders.
Because we are staying in the same lane, no matter it's Chinese, Indians or whatever bangsa. We can marriage with each other. We can do a business with each other, no matter if you are Indian or Malay, or we are go to the university with each other as well. No matter don't think ourselves is bangsa is a very important thing. Very important the border to get closer for each other, because we are same we are live in the same lane, so we don't have any. Okay, how many percent Malay can go to the universities, how many percent go to certain Malaya, example lah, Malaysia's universities lah, how many percent the reserve the Malay go to these universities. We don't want have this thing to happen.
One thing I would rather more you focus more rather than say division by race. It's more about accessibility.
Yes,
Make it more accessible for everyone, but more importantly, having it more accessible for people who are underprivileged. So regardless you're Indian, Chinese, Malay, if you're underprivileged, you still have the opportunity like that, right?
We have an equal opportunity to go into the universities. I mean, so everything we can not say we can be equal. Only the ability is different. Okay, maybe I'm Chinese, because I not score many A as Azreen. Okay, I cannot go into the this university. This is reasonable. I'm not, because I'm Chinese, I cannot go in this university and take this course because I'm Chinese. No such this thing.
But I think there's a problem there, like when you say we don't hire by race, we just hire by ability, kind of thing, right? But what if this person think like, well, I think only the Chinese have the good abilities. Then how?
No, because we have these are called exam and tests or whatever. Then to prove you are qualified to be this position and these qualifications, then you can do this thing, ma. So is the race we can put aside first. No matter in these universities or business or whatever, this is what I'm thinking lah. Even married, okay, a Chinese and Malay married, okay, this is all quite
sensitive topic.
Sensitive topic also. After married, then how come a lot of Chinese also like Malay girls also? I mean, a lot of
but you
Malay,
need to do one thing first.
a lot of Malay also like Chinese girls. So they're afraid. Oh yeah, they cannot cross. Because of the religion issues and conversions. So this is also is a part of let us cannot be.
Basically, you want to say no more Sharia law.
Yeah.
That is a big.
My idea is we are not split to each others lah. We are try to be. Azreen, okay, you want to just like a friend. It's just like I treat my Chinese friend. It's just very normal.
I mean, there shouldn't be any need to divide by race lah, or religion at this point, right?
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, younger people, I think, is very more relaxed about that kind of thing, right?
Yes.
I think the younger generation are very more progressive, more open-minded in terms of like race and religion. They don't really think too much about that. They just see you as a person, an individual, how you are.
Yeah.
So if you as an individual is a bad person, then you are a bad person, no matter what race or religion, basically. Like, there you go. But again, we still have the established of Sharia law, the religion law, and then the older generation like that. So your first manifesto is change the race and religion mentality lah.
No color border. no matter, we only got one race in Malaysia, only Malaysian.
Wow, very dictatorship.
Only Malaysian, right?
Sounds like Xi
No
Jinping a bit.
Chinese, no Malay, no
We
Indian.
are one.
We are one Malaysia.
One China.
We continue the Najib slogan,
Satu Malaysia.
Satu Malaysia.
Very good, huh? Okay, so your first manifesto is One Malaysia, which is basically Tipu copy from Najib. Alright, your next manifesto then.
The second thing actually is I think Azreen had mentioned before also lah. You mentioned before we hapus raswa lah, the corruptions.
That one is
the corruption. Before that, I think it's a culture. It's a part of culture of Malaysia, and then in Southeast Asia, a lot of country also is corruptions. No matter you go, it means Indonesia or you want to get through their custom, you pay some things.
to
right?
get max a bit more.
Even
Like that.
Philippines, this all the country in Southeast Asia, the corruption is there. But our Malaysia can do better without these corruptions, then make our country go better. This is what I want our country is no corruption.
How would you
Zero
go?
corruption.
How would you go about removing corruption? Kill all the. Why I always say want to kill all the people?
Change the new blood, change the new leader, and then try to restruct the new system. It's not go back to the old system, right? This is we have to change the leader, especially the leader, because the leader is the old bird is there. You cannot change the system, so you have to change the leaders, change the people who are got the power to hold the power, to corruption the power. Then we can make the change for the country, ma.
I mean, yeah. The thing is that is just like it's a wishful thinking lah.
Wishful thinking. But for us, we only can be ward, no. We come out and ward, ma. To ward the right people.
I mean, like you say, we want to remove corruption, but how do you go about like actually doing that? I also consider like, if I want to remove corruption, does that mean I need to remove everyone right now in the ministry, or how do I define like who is corrupt, who is not corrupt? Like, not easy, right?
Of course, it's not easy. So many years we have this. This culture. You suddenly say, "Ayah, don't use your chopstick to makan. Use your spoon to makan." For today onwards, use your spoon to makan. It's very difficult for all the people.
Very authoritarian already. You sound
Very difficult for all the people. So that's why we want to find someone who are use spoon to makan. So change all the leaders in using the spoon. Right? So all the system will become. Maybe we have this one group to anti-corruption group people is really do the job. Then this group of people is the new blood people and who want to means a youngster and got the what's
the spirit to
spirit to run the whole Malaysia, to become better Malaysia one. Those people, right?
Wow, so
Maybe
powerful.
it's Azreen.
I mean, I would love to see a
new people lah. Have to have a new people to do this lah.
I would love to see a zero corruption lah, but
not say zero. One day maybe
like zero COVID.
hard to do this, but it's ideally lo. My idea ma.
Your utopia is it?
Utopia.
No. Okay. That's second manifesto. Zero corruption. Next is what?
Okay.
Okay, so you have the.
This is third one lah. Create more the job opportunity for Malaysia.
Okay. What do you mean by job opportunities? Like, how do you create that market?
I think Malaysia is very good for agricultures, for farming in Malaysia, especially in this Tropicana zone. So why we not do more the farming to promote ourselves as an agriculture's country? Then we can provide the food to all the Malaysian. The food will become cheaper. It's not we are very rely to Thailand to give us the nasi, the beras.
The rice lah.
the rice.
I mean, focusing on agriculture is one part, but I think a lot of us in Malaysia is focused more on oil because that is our main selling point in terms of natural resources, isn't it?
Yeah,
Petronas, oh, basically.
because nowadays you see a lot of developments, the housing developments. Actually, we are no need so much the housing. Some of the people is not cannot afford the house at the outside of the outskirt, and some of the house is so big because a lot of people I got 4 house, 5 house at outside the outskirt, but the one who need the house one, I don't have any house. I
cannot
stay in
give
KL downtown.
How is this related to your agriculture punya
So-
movement?
So that kind of, I think Malaysia is overdeveloped for those outskirt places, so that place can reserve for farming.
Oh, so you want to reserve all these lands for agricultural production, is it?
Yes. So farming you can put more. For more developed to the outskirt for the farming. All this means to well develop the farming's skill lah.
Like the US in terms of like agriculture land, people
Yeah.
make it more.
The reserve agriculture land cannot be turned to a residence land ma. But a lot of Malaysians a lot of this agriculture land.
they want to sell, right? They want to sell in developed condo, right?
Condo make more money than the nasi ma, the beras ma.
I mean, yes, because if you're a farmer, I don't think you will get paid that much. To be honest,
It- yes, but if let's say you not just nasi, you can you see a durian and see durian you sell how much durian?
yeah. But what happens if the season is not good, because of our climate and everything?
But at least we provide the food to our Malaysian first now.
I mean, if you want to promote agriculture, that means you need to provide programs, incentives, subsidies in terms of like promoting the agriculture. People to adopt becoming farmers, lor. Because I don't think a lot of people want to become farmers, because it doesn't seem like a career path people want to do in Malaysia, leh.
I'm not saying be a farmer, but you can see it's one place is in a farm. Not necessarily we have, because I think because Malaysia is too overdeveloped. We have reserved some land for agriculture, because agriculture actually is a one very big market and very big economy.
I mean, resources is important lah. As we are getting more and more into the world, having resources will be
Like
key.
last time is like rubble, then we come to
We are
this
timah
palm
biji timah.
oil,
Last time our
palm oil,
before oil is the
biji timah.
timah is like not silver.
The
It's
coin the coin we use the coin, the biji timah, the coin.
yeah.
What's the thing is lawyers lying on that one. And all the brand
What is it called?
pewter.
But that is wait. Let me just Google it. What does biji timah? Biji in English is tin. There you go, tin. The tin lah, basically tin. I mean, we used to have that as our main resources, but then imperialism. The British come here, take everything. If we still had that natural resources, I think we can maintain Malaysia to be even stronger lah.
Maybe next is marijuana. Weed. Legalize our Kyrie.
Wow, great segue.
Do you think the marijuana will boom boom agriculture for our next Malaysia income?
I think you just almost killed me lah for 1 second. So that's your next manifesto, is it?
It's a freedom for marijuana is my medicine.
So under your agriculture, punya vision, you want to develop marijuana.
Not really marijuana, but I mean improve the agriculture's farming.
Okay lah, I mean that's a good thing to have agriculture, but also I think like more importantly is to develop sustainable agriculture lah.
Bring our Malaysia glory again, no?
Malaysia glory again lah. Through what?
Like US ma.
Make Malaysia great again lah.
glory again, great again.
Make Tiger great again. Or make Malaysia Tiger again, is it?
Tiger again. You think last time we have a once football teams got Chinese, got Indians is quite well one play in the football.
Yeah, but last time we even reached World Cup, is it?
The which not World Cup, the Asia Cup
Asia Cup we win, but we actually qualify for World Cup, right? Not meh? Last time?
That time the team is got Chinese, got Indians, got Malay, the one team. But nowadays you cannot see the Chinese play football one.
Nowadays you can't even see Malay play football.
Not
now it's a lot of like non-Malay.
I don't know when started all the Malay play football. Only Chinese play badminton. And then Indian do what?
Hockey, ne?
Hockey. How come the sport is split out? The things
This one is a race thing, no? I also don't know. I also never realized it's like that. Nowadays, yeah, Malay. Last time got Rashid Siddiq is the Malay badminton.
You
right?
see now badmintons all is Chinese face one.
It's because what's his name? The no.
Datuk Lee
Dato' Lee, Lee Chong Wei.
Lee Chong Wei.
All thanks to him lah. And because he become the best, then all Chinese want to become like him, right? But you also enjoy play badminton, right? No?
I like play futsal. No one play futsal with me only.
Oh yeah. I last time play basketball. Oh.
Basketball, Malaysian basketball okay meh?
I don't think got anymore lah. I think a lot Chinese play basketball now. I see.
School time lah.
I mean, maybe we not professional level lah. Oh, bola jaring netball.
Okay, come back to our.
Okay. Is that all your manifesto? Is it?
Yes, this is all my ideas.
What was it? First is the no race border, no rasuah, and agriculture. So these are your main three, lor.
Not agriculture, create more opportunities lah.
More job opportunities,
Job opportunities. Actually, the other, okay lah.
Okay,
Okay.
So let's take a look at you, and then we decide based on what we think. Actually, I feel like yours is much more easier to sell to people than my idea. Eh? I think if we were to be honest, the only thing that will go against you is the fact that you're Chinese only. In terms of Malaysia voting. Because honestly, if you were a Malay and you give this idea, probably can easy to win.
But the Malay will think I still want to the reserve. I'm still a Malay, right? I don't think the Chinese will support me also. If let's say I want to seriously I grow from Chinese school. I don't think actually Chinese school, yes, it's do very well. I'm not saying Chinese school is not good. One more thing, Chinese school is not saying not good.
You got something
because we have to we gel with other race, other bangsa. We have to speak the same language. We are not just speak Chinese.
I mean, yeah lah, because
you have to yes, we have to keep our cultures. We have our cultures. We know how to speak Chinese. But in the meantime, we have to speak to other bangsa to use a different language. So it's not necessary to have Chinese school.
Wow, abolish all Chinese school.
No, I can say it's not say Chinese or what Chinese school. I mean Malaysia school lah. We have one consider it's called Malaysia school. In Malaysia school, if let's say you are Chinese, or you can study Chinese, but you are Malay, you can study your Malay. But in the end, we have we consider one language. Maybe it's English. We can speak to each other. Then we can use the same language.
I think that's like a curriculum aspect of education lah, right? You want to
this
improve.
is education lah.
I think yeah lah. Because the thing is, when it comes to public school, you don't have access to say you want to learn Chinese. I don't know today's education lah. Maybe today school is more allowed this kind of subject to teach lah. Because last time when we school, there's no such thing as Chinese class for Malay people to learn or what like that.
It's very difficult if let's say you split out, right? You split out all the people. If let's say I only go to Chinese school, then I go Taiwan for study, then come back. oh sorry, I'm from Taiwan. I look like Taiwanese people. So, oh, you speak Malay? No lah. I cannot speak Malay because I'm from Taiwan. All the while I'm speak Mandarin. And I come back, no lah, Malay bahasa. 我不会讲. If something is like that, I feel like you are Malaysians. How come you are studying in Taiwan, but you come back? Maybe I'm not so good lah, my bahasa. This
Is it because they look down on the language itself, or is it more like they just embarrassed to talk like that?
I also believe lah, because they are all the while I'm studying in Chinese. Then in the end, you ask me to speak Malay. Quite difficult also, because only what time when we go to use Malay. One thing is we go for government, we speak Malay, and then we meet someone is Malay, then we speak Malay. The rest of your life is speak Chinese with your families, or maybe some is speak English with your families, right? For our Chinese situations lah.
I mean, yeah, it's if it's your social circle, you don't speak with Malay language people, then you don't really use the language except when you need to go office, a government office, right?
Yeah, but this is not the point I want to mention. I want to say the point I want to mention is, we have to not split out, because the education is a border also. If let's say I'm from education is from Taiwan and from China, and then you make a difference from, at least we have one considered common Malaysia. You can speak Malay or you can speak Bahasa with someone's means.
Basically, you want to be like Sabri, support the Malay language.
Not say I support Bahasa. It can be English also,
It's just as long as there's one unifying language, is it?
Yes, you can union the people. No matter you can union all the people is.
I mean, Bahasa would be the most logical thing lah, because
Sometimes like Thailand, so
yeah, but Thailand is a single race, that's why it's not easy.
Thailand got Chinese. Even
Yeah.
the Chinese, they cannot speak. Not say cannot speak Chinese, and they can speak a little bit.
They don't really look at Chinese as Chinese, They look at them as Thai people first, what? Because in here we don't look at you as Malaysian Chinese. We look at you as Chinese. We look at you as Indian, like that, I think that we still have that kind of mentality. That's what makes it harder for us to.
My objective actually, no matter it's Chinese school, Malay school, or Indian school, we consider it's a Malaysia school. We are not saying Chinese school. The Chinese school is from China, okay. I mean, it's Malaysia school. In Malaysia school is like kebangsaan, but we are using, maybe you are, it's like Singapore like that. You can speak English to your friends, maybe to your classmate, but in the end you can reserve your own language, your own culture.
You have the opportunity to maintain your culture still.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, okay, so let's finalize where you will end up on the tier. I do believe that you can be PM. I want to believe that you can be PM, but do you think you can be PM or not?
I also don't know. Of course I can. I want to do a PM. I want to change.
So we all become PM. So that's the end of us becoming our calon. We believe we can be PM. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I think
maybe
both of us.
you'll be my TPT lah.
I don't mind it. Because the first person to die is you one, if anything happens.
I kena tempa, right?
Of course. Alright, I think we've done about enough. It's almost 1 hour already in terms of our talking. Quite fast already.
Oh, serious? 1 hour?
Already. That's why whenever we talk politics, we talk too much already, man. But yes, this marks the end of our talk about politics in GE 15. Now, forward, maybe some after the election, we see who win. Then we probably complain about the new government later on.
Okay, to all Malaysians, please come out to vote, and then don't because of the weather, it's raining, and then don't come for vote. This is I listen from the radios. If someone say the weather is not good, I not come for the vote. Because I'm got the periods, I'm not come for the vote. Oh, sorry, I'm hungry today, I'm not come for vote. A lot of excuses to not go for vote, because we are Malaysian, we have the responsibility to go for vote.
So yes, please vote, but also remember, vote for people that aligns with your mentality. And also remember that the people who are forcing you to vote at a very terrible time is a certain party. You know, a certain party is making it hard for you to vote. They're forcing you to vote in the monsoon season, so you should be upset and you should be pissed off, and then you should vote against them.
What for our futures and what for your children. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's end it on that. Thank you to everyone who listened to us, and we will try to see next week. We will come back again with a different topic, maybe something more about mental health. Is something that we might do.
We haven't figured.
But we'll talk about it. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. As always, it's been Azreen. This has been Ah Kit. This has been the Teh Tarik Hour. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.